More than 3 weeks after it ignited in a remote canyon, the monster Dixie fire continued to break records Friday, leapfrogging Oregon's Bootleg fire to become the largest burning in the U.S. and the third largest in recorded California history. As the effects of climate change are felt more intensely worldwide, this singular blaze was raging in 4 counties, Butte, Lassen, Plumas and Tehama, and had scorched 679 square miles, an area considerably larger than the city of Los Angeles. Stoked by extreme drought, dry vegetation and gusty winds, it was burning more rapidly and behaving more erratically than even veteran firefighters could recall ever seeing. After razing the Sierra Nevada town of Greenville, the fire continued to spread and throw off spot fires Thursday, burning through the small community of Canyondam as it grew by 110,000 acres. That was more than double the 50,000 acres by which it expanded the day before, said Rick Carhart, Public Information Officer with the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. There have been times during the fire when pretty much every time that an ember would spot and land in grass, it was almost guaranteed to ignite and start another spot fire, he said. Firefighters were working Friday to protect homes around Lake Almanor, where fire had reached the western shore but had not yet burned to the peninsula, they said. No deaths have been reported so far in the Dixie fire, but some residents are taking risks that alarm authorities. Law enforcement has issued evacuation orders for thousands of residents whose communities were under siege, yet some are choosing to stay behind, posing more challenges. Greg Hagwood, a Plumas County supervisor, said that in the last 72 hours, as fire has swept through or threatened small mountain towns including Greenville, the evacuations have grown tense. In some cases, residents have met law enforcement with weapons. They are met with people who have guns and are saying, "Get off my property and you are not telling me to leave," he said. In response to those who flatly refused to evacuate, he said, deputies were asking for next of kin information so they would have someone to notify if the holdouts died. On Wednesday, authorities were forced to establish a temporary refuge area at a high school baseball field for people who had to flee or be rescued after they chose to stay behind in Chester. Some firefighters had to stop beating back flames to take people there, officials said. Such undertakings carry a cost, said Captain Mitch Matlow, Public Information Officer on the Dixie fire. Then the fire can advance in areas where we might have otherwise been able to stop it, and the lives of the firefighters and the residents that they are moving to protect are put at increased risk, he said. On Thursday, authorities arrested 3 people who stayed behind in an evacuation zone in the Lassen County town of Westwood.